Hello everyone, it's Ingrid from thinkingthis.com, and in this video we are flipping through my B6 Common Planner. I didn't really use this as a traditional planner except for 3 months that I used it at the end of 2023. So this has remained a goal planner, and we're gonna flip through it. This is what the spine is looking like. This is what the top looks like. This is the bottom, and this is the side. This is the 2023 Sterling Ink B6 Full Year Common Planner. And here's how the spine has held up. This is how chunky it's gotten. This is kind of like a pencil board or blotter board, and I bought this in 2023 to use in conjunction with my bullet journal, and that's what I did until October of 2023. Then in October, I decided to try using this as my full-time planner because as I said in my 3-part series, I needed to get more productive and have something that was already set up so that I could just write down what needed doing without worrying about how I was going to decorate first. So I'm sorry, somebody is doing their trash outside, and so that's going to be the noise. I have to just keep recording or I'm never going to finish. Okay, so here's the index. Then this is the vision statement that I wrote for 2023. I didn't write a vision statement for 2024 because it's pretty much the same. That really didn't change. This is a key that I put in here when I think this is, I'm just trying to have it here also, basically. And so I didn't really use these trackers until I did a challenge. It was the 100 days challenge. And so there's like that's when there's 100 days left to the year, and you decide, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna hit hard? It starts September 23rd. I'm gonna do something similar again. I just don't know if it's gonna be content related, but last year it was content related, and the rule was I would post one new piece of content every day on any one of my platforms. And so that's where I started keeping track on this log. And then here this was level 10, another level 10 life kind of spread. And it's got, the different topics, but this is how do I know? How do I know that I'm living level 10 in these areas? And so that's what I did. That's what I did here. This was before I modified the Moxie Life questions. And some of the questions that I ended up using include some of these metrics, although they're not really metrics. These are much more vague. So they were hard. They were making it hard to measure. So the questions got a little more specific. Here's a someday maybe list. And then these are my habit percentages. And again, I'm going to just cover that because I do not invite any commentary on how well I'm doing my habits or what my habits are. And so this, as I was showing in my bullet journal, just put this here. As I was showing in my bullet journal, my monthly trackers have percentages. And so these are the percentages that are getting put on these columns. And so this is all 2023. We've got some 2024 on this page. On this is kind of like me swatching different things. So yeah, this is a March 23 calendar that I didn't use in a functional way, so I just came back over here, and this is where I am planning out what colors are gonna go with the theme each month. And so that's what this page ended up becoming. This is me swatching the mild liners. I just wanted to see how they look on this kind of paper as opposed to the 160 GSM that I have for my other swatches. And so here in month 5, I put my habits and how many times I want to do it. So I was keeping track of what the ideal number of times is for my habits percentages. So that's kind of what was happening in the monthlies. Here I tried doing a little more future planning, especially in terms of admin tasks, but it didn't really use it too much because again I was working in the bullet journal, and so this I was referring to maybe once a month just to think about it, but I wasn't coming back to it. Okay, and here, October. This is when I'm using the planner the way it was intended instead of just as goals. And so, that. This is January of 24. And then here we have health and self-care statistics. That's where I'm keeping track of that. Then here is another menstrual tracker, and this just helps me see like long term, how long was the cycle, because it helps me see trends. So my plan is to continue. 24 is over here, 25 will be here, all the way up until, you know, I get to the end, I guess. This is more swatching that occurred. These are weeklies. This is me estimating task blocks. This is me trying to HB90 some stuff. And so here I made these little mini calendars using leftover stickers from the undated Common Planner sticker pack. So these stickers were left over, and then I just made a few more mini calendars so I can count how many task blocks are available and estimate that. Did it in quarter 1, but I did not use it in quarter 2, and I didn't even bother making it for quarter 3. Quarter 4, I mean not quarter 4, here are health trackers for 2024. So these are my health stats for 24. And again, I'm writing things down, and here I added a few more things to keep track of in June and July. In June and July, I decided to count to keep track if I exceeded 5,000 steps. And so added that there. Then again, these are 2024 habit percentages. And so this is gonna go all the way until December. And that's, I'll see how I'm trending month to month with that. Nothing else here. This will just get used for swatches or random things. I was also trying to keep track of my social media usage in 2023 here. And that's pretty much what the only thing I was doing on these pages up until we get to here. I'm trying to pre-plan, but not much happening. This is where I'm playing with the time block aspect. And then what starts happening is October. I'm using the book. This is my only book. And so I'm pretty much using it the same way I use the A5 size. I like the A5 size more because it gives me more space for to-dos. You still have the same number of divisions, hourly divisions, but you just don't have as much space outside of those hourly blocks. And so that's it. October weekly. Pretty simple. I don't do too much here other than put something small there. This is November. Here, November, December, I'm finally getting a little more consistent with how the time blocking happens week to week. But it's not until the end of the year that I kind of figure out how I'm going to be using the weeklies. So it took me like 3 months to figure out the weeklies. All right, and so here we are in the numbered pages. I didn't even put an index here because the index is way at the front. And these are basically just project pages. Long-term projects, ongoing projects. That's what happens in these pages here. So these are spirituality goals. This is just planner data for whatever stickers I may print out, what percentage they need to be, etc. This was meant to be a master task list. I don't really use it. And then here we go, monthly pages. Here's October. These washi tapes are from Notebook Therapy, but I can't remember what kit it was. But this is also Notebook Therapy. These are probably all the same, from the same place. This is, I want to say it's Moonlit Spells. That's what I want to say, but I'm not sure. This washi tape back here, this like grayish navy, is from Sterling Ink. And again, this house is from Journal Away. I just printed that on label paper and cut it, stuck it right in. And these are from the same washi tape set. This is Maisie Lane Co. And this Habits header, label, whatever, is also from Journal Away. It was all part of the same kit. I wrote Habits here, but this isn't really Habits. This is my kid trackers. And this sticker, post-it, etc. This is actually from Archer and Olive, one of their subscription boxes. And these stickers are actually from Archer and Olive's Halloween washi tapes. I was able to get my hands on some of those before they sold out. And so again, it's the same tracker pages. And here, actually, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks. That's what I was putting here, but I stopped using it. I don't think I'd do it again. And again, this is my health tracker. My period came very early, so I put a big sticker here and moved on to another set of pages to track the next cycle. And the dailies are pretty simple. There's a weekly task list that I was doing based on life areas or goal areas, etc. And that's that. There's nothing very groundbreaking here. And then here we go. There's more. Here's like I said, my period came early, so I jumped to a new set of pages to track the new cycle. And the dailies are kind of messy. I'm not thinking of conserving space, I guess, because at the time I'm using, I'm like, oh, I have so many pages. So I wasn't trying to conserve space like with the A5. And here is November. These washi tapes and the small stickers are all part of Lunar Mystery by Notebook Therapy. That's the set of washi tapes I used. And instead of a 2-page spread, I just stuck to 1 page. I only really need 1 page to mark. You don't even need it, but I wanted only 1 page to mark the new month. And so that's what I did. Some tarot cards, I love that. Love all these craft color moon decorations. Love this washi tape. So this is all part of the Lunar Mystery washi tapes. I did buy the stamps too, so here's 1 stamp of it. here is another index page. Right? So this index I had at the very beginning got filled, and so then I had to make a new index page. But before I began, I just decided to swatch some of the calligraphs that came with my Archer and Olive subscription box, which was, I think, Vintage Library? Was it called Vintage Library? Maybe. Maybe it was. But that's that. Here, using Journal Away's little headers. There you go. This is a sterling ink sticker. This was a freebie that probably came with some date stickers. Because yeah, that's one thing I was doing a lot of for the trackers. Not these, but these. For these trackers, I was buying the sterling ink date strips. And so I was using them every month to make these pages. Here we go again, habit tracker, and this is another place where I would use the date strips, the horizontal date strips I would use in my health tracker. I would only use one strip and then whatever number, because there's 35 days in the health tracker, and obviously the dates are only 1 through 31. So then what would happen is once I used up, for the remaining days after 31, after the 31st day, then I would just write the number in myself. But I was using 3 of those a month. Oops, that's important stuff that probably shouldn't be shown. I don't know what I was doing here. I guess I left this space open for a to-do or something. I don't know, but that's some journaling I did when I read Codependent No More. And we're just gonna leave that. And here we are for December, using the library washi tapes and stickers from both Archer and Olive and Notebook Therapy. Like, they came out with library themed stuff, like one after the other, and I snagged them both. And so that's December. And here's our December. Here we go. You know, I know this is a stamp, but I'm very curious how the heck I did that with 2 colors. I can't remember. Did I just put them there together? That's kind of cool. But it's definitely a stamp, so it's most likely in the Our Stories stamp set. And these washi tapes are also from there too. So is this round gold sticker. I believe so is this cameo. Yeah. Yeah. Then we have some journaling that I did here, answering more questions in Codependent No More. Some more journaling. This is a personal reading that I got from my cousin. So she did a month-to-month reading in December of 23 for 2024, and this is where I wrote it down. And so here is where I did that life compass assessment, and I added questions because Moxie Life, well, I don't know if I'm going to remember the categories here in this discussion, but Moxie Life's compass assessment has mental health and health and wellness in the same category. And so what I did was I separated out health and mental health. And then whatever questions that they asked that I felt fit mental health, I put in the mental health category. And I created a homeschooling category because, Moxie Life didn't have that. I created a spouse category because what Moxie Life had was family and relationships. So they were kind of combining family and spouse, and I wanted to have that be a separate category, and so I wrote some questions for that. And spirituality and personal growth, that was combined on Moxie Life, and I separated them out. And there's a third index page. And so, so these are my questions. This is what I asked myself. This is an Excel file that I made, and this is what I'm pulling out every quarter to do my level 10 life assessment. And these are going to be the index pages. We'll see if they last till the end of the book. Here I answered the rest of the questions for the categories over here. Well, no, I didn't answer them. I guess wrote them down. Wrote down all the final answers. Okay. This is the quarterly review based on HB90. A vision statement. This is where I noticed that the vision statement at the end of the year is the same as in 2023. It's pretty much the same. So I didn't write it again. I actually think that I was supposed to write it over here. I was supposed to put it over here, and I never did. Maybe I'll put it there, or we may just leave it for next year. And that's it. There's just a lot of journaling. There's nothing too decorative, because I didn't feel like I had much space to decorate. With B6, you had a little space at the top and the bottom, but if you wanted to have space to write, you had to leave it kind of empty. And so this again is some HB90 exercises to set up for the next year. So basically what she has you do is write down all the tasks: need to do, should do, and want to do. And then you mark them from important, unimportant, the sweet spot, or the danger zone. So you go around ranking ranking them based on that. And then you start grouping tasks together to make goals. And so that's what I did here. I just grouped all the tasks that were around here. I stuck them in the same area. Okay, and then here, I was like, there's still plenty of pages. It's gonna be my 2024 goal planner. So I bought a yearly sticker sheet from Sterling Ink to make this. And then I used date and day of the week stickers to make like a future log, which I didn't use at all. I don't know what I would track here, but I tracked nothing. So I'm probably not gonna make this again next year, but who knows? I kind of like it. I like having it, even though it was a waste of stickers. I could have used these in other setups. Instead, they're just here, and it's already August, and nothing's happened. So we'll see next year. So this is where I'm making the goals more clear, and from here is where I had my final stuff. So from here, I typed things in an Excel file and then printed and cut them out and stuck them in here. So homeschooling, finances, work, health, mental health, personal growth, physical environment, family and friends, spouse, recreation, spirituality, and then life compass assessment in April, life compass assessment in July. Over here are projects. Like this is when I start going with the HB90 format for brainstorming a project. So this was the project brainstorm for goal number 3 that I had, which is file my 2023 taxes by May 12th. I believe I filed my 2023 taxes in June, so I was late, but I did it. Look at all these X's. It was done, so yay. So this project is complete. And it's gonna be useful because this, file taxes, that happens every year. So it'll be useful to come back and see what were the tasks. They're probably the same tasks or very similar tasks, and that will help me plan out the following years because I could just come back and see what the tasks were. Here's another goal. I've been working on this since April of 2023. And this is one of the projects that I was like, you're not doing anything. Same thing here. This is another one that it started February of 2023. And I was like, dude, you're not doing it. And so it's time to do these things before you can dedicate hours and hours each month to making your planner look pretty. Yeah. Some health goals. Another old goal that I have to work on. There's another goal, and then that's it. We have, let's see, there's 368 pages. 368 minus 166. So this still has like half of the pages that were intended for daily pages. And so this book is probably going to take me, this book might take me into 2025 because we still have a whole half year to go, and just not filling the book up as much, because a lot of these projects are huge, and so each little step takes time. Yes. Oh, and these little, what are these? Tabs. These little tabs are from Stick with Kate. They're very cute, and they come with like a little protective covering. You know, they're paper, but then you put this protective covering over it that makes them plastic, and so it makes them very durable. And I'm probably gonna do this again next year, because I like this. Because right now I'm only using the Midori clips, and they're just being moved. But sometimes, especially with the weeklies, they get damaged or they bunch up. And so I'm considering just having the weeklies have tabs. Yeah, considering that for next year, but I probably have to order it now for it to arrive on time, because that's what happened. Stick with Kate is based in the UK, I believe, and by the time I decided that I was gonna go common planner, it was gonna take too long for the Stick with Kate stickers to come, so I just ended up never ordering them and just, you know, dealing with what there was. But this is it. These are them. B6, A5. This is how they've held up over their usage. What else? I am enjoying it. I'm doing it again because I need to have the structure so that I can complete some goals. That's it. I'm looking forward to trying out a mulberry cover. This is called Quartz, this color here. I believe it's called Quartz, and I don't know if it's gonna be available in A5. I really like this pale pink, and I'm not sure if they're gonna have it in A5. Definitely B6 is not my size. It's good enough for goal planning, but I don't like it as a daily planner. I need more space, need more space for the to-dos, need more space for tracking. So A5 is my size. I was thinking of B5, but then I'd have to buy a cover for B5, and I'm like, just stick with the A5 because you have a nice cover for that, and use that again. But that's pretty much it. I hope this helped you if you were undecided about what sterling ink you were going to use. I hope this helped you make your decision. Please check the description for some shorts and reels that feature my habit trackers, and be sure to check out those videos about why I had to change my planning system to a planner instead of a blank notebook. I guess that's it. So if you want to know more details about any of the spreads I made, how I do them, or whatever, feel free to ask, because they are content suggestions. Sometimes I know I need to film something, but I don't know what I should film. So if you ask me about it, makes it easy for me to just come in and answer that question for you. That's all. Only love prevails. Peace.